Well, Kawhi Leonard has been traded. As you all know, he was traded to the Raptors for DeMar DeRozan, Jakob Poeltl, and a draft pick. There are also some cash considerations. But there are now reports that Kawhi Leonard has absolutely no interest in playing in Toronto for the Raptors. Mike, do you think the Raptors made a mistake by giving away their best player and others for Kawhi Leonard if he has no interest in playing in Toronto?
No, I don't think so at all, because as much as he doesn't have any interest now, when it comes time for the season, you know what Kawhi is going to realize? I've got to go out there and still prove something. There's a reason he was thinking about going to USA Basketball training camp, to show everyone, hey, I'm good to go. He has 82 regular season games to do that now for a team that, whether he likes it or not, is his route to the team he ultimately wants to play for in the Los Angeles Lakers.
There are also some rumors that Kawhi Leonard was considering not playing for the Raptors and sitting out the season or whatever. But just like there's some, I won't bore us all with the details, but basically if he doesn't play for the Raptors, then he gives up his free agency next year. So he is going to play for the Raptors. It is going to happen. We'll just see how it happens, because as we learned last year, Kawhi Leonard sometimes doesn't play, even when he's healthy. That's not just Kawhi, though. DeMar DeRozan is also very upset about this. He took to Instagram the reports that he feels like he was lied to by the franchise. Obviously, business is business. But, Mike, do you think the Raptors could have handled this differently in regards to DeMar DeRozan?
Not only could have, they should have. Athletes all know that it's a business unless you're told something that specifically ends up being a lie. And if we really believe that DeMar DeRozan was told by Raptors brass at Summer League that we're not going to trade you, and they turn around and do that exact opposite thing, not only does that send a message to DeMar DeRozan that your loyalty was misplaced, but hell, it sends a message that has clearly been received around the league that the Raptors may not be the people you want to be doing business with.
Yeah, it's interesting. There were a lot of vocal athletes in the NBA that sort of like spoke out in defense of DeMar DeRozan. Do you think that this could actually hurt the Raptors' chances at signing free agents down the road?
I think so, especially for a team that I understand Toronto is a big city, but you're still having to draw these stars out now in a way you didn't have to before, because they've got so much control. And in a league where the players are starting to dominate and control their movement much more than we're used to seeing, you got to roll out the red carpet in these recruiting pitches. But when the guy selling it to you has been now deemed a liar, that becomes a much tougher process.
It's really interesting. We've heard from DeMar, sort of addressing it on Instagram and such. We haven't heard from Kawhi Leonard because, he's Kawhi Leonard. But we have heard from Gregg Popovich. Let's listen.
Kawhi conducted himself wonderfully while he was here. He helped us win a 5th championship. As I said, he was a hard worker all the time. And we wish him well, but at this point, it's time to move on.
Do you think Popovich really wishes him well? Do you think Popovich really wants Kawhi to be, celebrated and successful in Toronto?
Not a chance. You want to go play in Los Angeles? Have fun in Canada. Actions speak way louder than words in this situation, and I feel like we saw enough of what went down, the tension between these two sides along the way, to know damn well that this is damage control and the Spurs trying to make sure that everyone's got a good taste in their mouth when it comes to thinking about San Antonio at the end of this.
Well, I'm really glad we got to hear from Popovich, but even more than Popovich, I wanted to hear from someone who's going to be very affected by this trade, and of course, that's Drake. Drake not only dropped a double album recently, he had the best player on his team traded away, and now Kawhi Leonard is there. So he took to Instagram, and I won't read it all, but he essentially thanked DeMar DeRozan for his time and welcomed Kawhi Leonard. Do you think Drake rhyming about Kawhi and, getting buddy-buddy with Drake could help keep Kawhi in Toronto?
I think there's only one way he can really cement this and really make their opportunity max it out.
Give it to me.
Got to go with the braids, right? You got to go with the braids. Got to match hairstyles here and show them you are committed to making these great again.
I love this. I love that from you, Golic Jr. Thank you so much for breaking this down and telling us what's really important. If Drake does go with braids to match Kawhi's, Kawhi is going to sign an extension with the Raptors.